Okay, hello everyone. Welcome. It's been years. It's been months. He never releases updates when he's supposed to, except this one time. Edmund finally did. The date and time as prescribed by him was actually the date and time that it released. We weren't just sitting there refreshing over and over again while playing Ocean Man on stream. And this is the end. Welcome to Journey's End. I'm trying to be happy, but as the picture on screen shows, that not only is it good symbolism, the goat head and things associated to Isaac, but in terms of like the character of Grogar, he is a grumpy old goat. He is very tired, he's very old, he just wants a rest, and I feel kind of the same way on Repentance. So while this will be a first impressions, we're going to go over a few things in a minute. The game's ready to fire up. I've already downloaded the update. I want this to serve as kind of a part one, off the top of my head. We've got no script. Part one of the review. The review will come. I'll spend some time with it. But this first impressions, while should be a first impressions of the new content, but I have kind of seen one thing that's got me worried. It might not be, because again I've seen that one thing, but I also want this first impressions to serve as a history, my journey with Isaac, which has brought us to where we are today. So just before I start up, just before I go into Steam, I just want to go through the previous sets of Isaac. So you had the Flash game, and it was great. There wasn't really anything inherently wrong with it, nor was there anything stellar about it. It definitely brought that feeling of Smash TV to the modern era, and it was fun. It was nice, but there wasn't inherently anything special about it. Then they got together, they changed from the Flash engine to the pixel art newer engine, and Rebirth, in my opinion, was perfect, pretty much. It took the original art style and made it 1,000 times better with the more little pixely art style opposed to the Flash version. It took all of the things of the original and elevated them. So not only did you have deals with the devil and angel, but they were a lot more varied, because there was a couple extra deal with the devil items that would allow you different plays rather than just like, is Brimstone in here? No. Is Brimstone in here? No. Is Mom's knife in here? No. Is Guppy in here? There was only originally ever 3 game-winning items, that insta-win. And they tried to vary that up with things like Godhead, which, we'll circle back around. They made the angels a lot better, they made the devils a lot better, and they made just the game overall a lot better. They took the premise that you could go to the chest. Well, we can do the reverse in Shoal. You can now go past Satan into the dark room to defeat the Lamb. We give you that alternate version of the chest. So Rebirth was mostly perfect. It had a good balance of everything. There was a few issues. The dark room was never worth it. They never really, Edmund and the team never really give you an incentive to go to the dark room. The Polaroid versus the negative, the Polaroid was always superior. The dark room was only ever red chests in the starting room, which had a chance to contain spiders, bombs, just nothing, just garbage. And then the Lamb was okay, I guess. So the dark room was never really like a big deal. And then there was the issue with the Lost. Like, unlocking him was a fun mystery, but it was still a somewhat complex mystery, and he was a joke. He died in one hit. You have to remember, this is before Afterbirth, so this is before the Holy Mantle situation where you start with the Holy Mantle. So to unlock this character only to have it die in a single hit was mildly disappointing. And then when you go through the Lost's win criterias, like beating Blue Baby on hard mode, beating the Lamb on hard mode, beating Mega Satan on hard mode. By doing all of this, you would think that the Lost would become stronger. He himself would start with the mind, the body, and the soul. You know, something... You beat the game with the joke character, so now you get the real character that is basically the better version of Azazel, the better god mode, if you will, as that nice little reward, that nice little overpowered reward, but it wasn't. However, you know, you don't have to play as the Lost, and the Dark Room is tangible at best. So, for me, Rebirth got my game of the year. Rebirth was fantastic. Then came Anti-Birth. And Anti-Birth was, I feel, the start. It was still a fantastic update, but Anti-Birth was the start of all the problems. For a start off, they added another mode. That one was good. Greed mode was an interesting, new, different mode, and I liked Greed mode. However, things to come would not be so good. So, you know, Greed mode was a fantastic mode. It was something different. It was something varied. And that was great. They added the idea of the Blue Womb. Again, another extra area to visit, even though what's in there. And that's where... And they added new characters. And, like, Lilith. I think Lilith was Anti-Birth. I believe Lilith was Anti-Birth along with the Keeper. But that's where things start to go wrong, because everything in Anti-Birth started to lean into that hard, we gotta make this bullshit and we've got to flood the item rooms and etc. So with Anti-Birth, first of all, the Blue Womb. It's like Boss Rush, it was a speed run area. You had to rush down to Mom's Heart within 30 minutes to get to the Blue Womb. And the Blue Womb itself was one singular room. It was your hub that had 2 items and a shop, and then your boss fight. So, like, it wasn't really all that special, and then the boss ends up as one of the worst bosses in the game with no incentive to fight him more than once. That is Hush. Hush himself has super armor, so it doesn't matter how good your build is. Even if you got a build that is like Mom's Knife, Brimstone, Polyphemus, even if you've got an incredibly devastating build you're having fun with, Hush will make sure that that fun comes to an end due to the super armor negating all of your attacks, negating all of your damage, and it just put the boss into a very grindy slogfest. You know, he's a bullet sponge. It doesn't matter how much damage you have, the super armor will turn him into about a 5-minute bullet sponge, and he's just not fun. And there was no aside from getting the unlock, there was never a incentive to fight Hush ever again, because after fighting Hush, you had the choice of the Cathedral or Shoal. You could just still go up or down. Sorry, that was the phone, but yes, you could just still go up or down depending on where you wanted to go, which again, due to even in Afterbirth, the Dark Room still just not doing anything whatsoever, people were still going to go to the Cathedral. So rather than like fixing the Dark Room and incentivizing the Dark Room, you added this super boss that nobody liked. He was just boring. He was incredibly boring, and he had nothing going for him. Then on the flip side of this, you had Greed mode, which was fun, but had a terrible unlock of the Keeper. In order to get the Keeper, you had to do the mode a lot of times. You know, by the time you've done it with the 10 characters, that's still only about maybe 600-700 coins, so you're still going to have to grind out that last couple of coins to get the Greed Machine to 1,000 coins. And your reward for all this grind is an absolutely terrible character in the form of Keeper. Keeper himself has an interesting idea, that is, every time you get damaged, you can pick up money for health, and money is great. He starts with the triple shot, and he's overall okay, but the problem was he was limited to 2 hearts, and this was going to become an overbearing problem for a lot of characters. So it's like, with the Lost, for example, you can't go to the curse room, because the curse room has spikes, and therefore it negates an entire section of the game. And the Keeper is the same. You can't go into a curse room. You get damage going in and you get damage going out. The Keeper cannot go above 2 hearts. So even if you pick up a HP upgrade, if you are at 2 hearts, he cannot pick up a HP upgrade. It will not upgrade from 2 to 3. This then cuts out the entire deal with the devil section, because most of the good items, Death's Touch, Mom's Knife, Brimstone, a couple of the Guppy items, they are all 2 heart deals. More of the Void, they're all 2 heart deals. So if you've only got 2 hearts, you physically cannot take those items, thus meaning that you're going to have to go the Angel route. And due to the second update with Afterbirth, it then made everything even worse, as the deal with the Devil and Angel was severely nerfed, and it was a change for the worst in my opinion. That is, where the deal with the Devil and Angel were not always guaranteed to contain an item. Now the deal with the Devil and Angel could contain red chests or eternal chests respectively, or black hearts or eternal hearts respectively, which, when you have fought your way through a very tough floor with that 100% deal with Devil chance, and you've not taken damage on the boss, and you're really like banking on that deal with the Devil to turn the game around, only for it to be 2 red chests with spiders in, it was just demoralizing. This also added Afterbirth also added challenges like the Guardian with Isaac's Heart, which is a very difficult challenge for no reward whatsoever, and it overall was mostly lacking. However, the additions of Greed Mode and some other things still put it on my top 3. It was number 3 of its respected year, and it was fine. And then Afterbirth Plus came out, and that's where things kind of went just fully downhill for me and a lot of people in the community, as Afterbirth Plus was a shining light surrounded by a black aura of shit. And that is because the shining light was mod support. Anything you could ever desire, anything you could ever want, could now be modded. You had absolutely fantastic mods like the character of May that uses the orbs, and Anti-Birth, which is something we will get into now because this is Anti-Birth basically. But just to keep on Afterbirth Plus, it added mod support and it was absolutely amazing. It was so fantastic. It was great to see all of the different mods, all of the different ideas. The Undertale mod, the Pokemon mod, they were all really good. They were all amazing. And then we get to the main game itself, which then leaned even more into this hard spectrum and added something into the coding that we are most likely going to see in a moment, which is the hard spectrum is everything is now even harder, and all the areas are even harder, and the secret character is garbage, and there's greedier mode. Greedier mode is not fun at all whatsoever, because you get less coins in each of the waves, which means you can only buy 1 item, maybe 2 items at best if you really like cheese it with a D20 or something, but even then, greedier mode is just not fun. Greedier mode is a terrible mode, and nobody likes greedier mode, and the reward is nothing. Like, you will get a reward for beating greedier mode with every character, but the reward in and of itself to get the greedier machine to 1000 is still just the regular greed machine. So if you've already unlocked the Keeper, then you're getting no reward for a poorly implemented version of that mode. So that wasn't exactly the best. Then you had the new area of the Void, which nobody could hardly get to because you had three options. Any boss past Mom had a 20% chance to spawn the Void, which if it's appearing on Mom itself you don't want to do because you want to go through the womb and through the cathedral in the hopes of getting a couple of extra deal with the devils, and then the cathedral and the chest to get some more items. So once you get to Blue Baby, you have to roll the dice on a 25% chance, which most of the time will not happen. So your other option is to get a 50-50 chance with Mega Satan. If you somehow get the key pieces, which that in and of itself is already kind of a struggle because of, like, again, how the angel rooms work, and then the whole self-sacrifice room, which for some characters is not viable. Because it's like, if you need to defeat Mega Satan or get to the Void with the Lost or the Keeper, characters that physically cannot play the self-sacrifice room because it's to do with damaging yourself to get the key pieces, you then have to rely on the angel rooms, which are inconsistent at best. So to try and get the Lost or the Keeper to the Void was just not good. But even then, even if you got both key pieces and you beat Mega Satan, you had a 50% chance of the Void spawning, or you just automatically get thrown into the cutscene. So even if you have fought tooth and nail with a character that cannot get hit of the Lost, and got the key pieces and beat Mega Satan, there is a chance that you will not get the Void. So that was a second problem. So your final option is guaranteed. Your final option is now guaranteed. Just beat Hush. So you have to rush down to the womb within 30 minutes to get to Hush, and then you have to fight what is arguably the worst boss in the game. The boss that nobody likes, the boss that is just terrible with his super armor, and is nothing more than a giant 5-minute bullet sponge. So you are faced with either rolling the dice or doing something that is just garbage and nobody likes. Little did we know that the Void itself was garbage and nobody likes it. The Void was not its own unique area. The Void was simply just a mishmash of all rooms that you've previously visited, with the final boss of Delirium that is even worse than Hush, as Delirium can turn into any boss, which means that Hush is also in the pool, and that means that during his Hush phase he will have super armor and be a bullet sponge. But Delirium also has the problem of teleporting, and rapidly teleporting, and the point where he can teleport inside of you. You know, like the crocodiles in Spelunky 2 that can just teleport inside you and kill you instantly? Yeah, imagine that with the Lost. You're playing a character that cannot get hit whatsoever, you're doing a good job avoiding all the bullets, and then Delirium just teleports inside of you, and that's the end of that. So Delirium, by many people's standards like my own and Tear of Grace, became that garbage-arsed, can't-be-arsed Delirium fight, and once you beat him with your character unlock, you will never ever go back to the Void. This then also this was compounded, I should say, by the challenges of Ultra Hard, where Ultra Hard itself is not a fun challenge, it is not a fair challenge, it's designed to be ultra hard, but it is designed in such a way that there is no skill, no strategy, it's just reset 1,000 times until you get the Nord Leaf. If you do anything else, unless you have a literal game-winning item, we're talking like you walk into that room and you see, I would like to say you see like Book of Revelations or Satanic Bible that can generate spirit hearts in a mode or a challenge where hearts don't drop. But even then, I guess it kind of guarantees you a couple of extra deals with the devil, but even then, I don't think that the books are even god tier in ultra hard. Like, it's literally just Nordleaf. It's just reset until you get Nordleaf, or you're lucky enough to have a curse room on the basement 1-1 that has all 3 guppy items, which can happen, but the odds are just ridiculously rare. So you already had Delirium that was terrible, you've got Greedier mode that is terrible, you've got Ultra Hard that's terrible, and then you have the Forgotten, which is terrible. The Forgotten himself has the worst unlock condition ever, which is you have to beat the first boss in 60 seconds to pick up the broken shovel. At this point, Mom will attack you every room. Every single room is a boss fight with Mom. Not like the full boss fight, it's just the legs constantly coming down and attacking you. And considering that you have to also fight boss rush, so you also, not only are you going to have Mom attacking you, you've got to speed down to the real Mom within 20 minutes and get into boss rush. Then Mom is going to be attacking you during all of boss rush. And given that there are rooms like Mullabooms where they will rush you down, and if Mom touches the explosion, you're going to get caught in the blast radius, the Forgotten challenge is incredibly unfair. And if you manage to do it, and you manage to get the completed shovel, you then have to go down to the dark room, which is the area nobody wants to go down to, and even then fight your way through the dark room to the grave. And unlocking the Forgotten, he's better than the Lost and the Keeper, but still incredibly mediocre for the effort that it took to get him, and the same applies to Ultra Hard. Ultra Hard is an incredibly tough challenge, and the reward is Samson starts with the child's heart, which is not a reward. Like, it then became this problem of an unrewarding reward system. And then we got the compounded final problem, and I think this is what took Isaac from that game that everybody loved and that game that everybody was enjoying to the game that really kind of fell off the radar and made a lot of people have a very sour taste in their mouth, which is the item room percentage generation. So Isaac is heavily dependent on the items you get on your run. Not while theoretically every run can be won, it's not going to happen because, okay, you got soy milk in your first room. Yes, theoretically it is possible to win with soy milk, but given what soy milk is, the odds of actually winning with soy milk are 1 in a million. It is going to be a very difficult struggle. And the more items that you unlock, the more that pool gets clogged. And the more percentage completion you are to the final percent, the worst items you get. So, like, we will probably see this, and I will demonstrate this momentarily as we now are at the end of our journey here. So, given that the items are garbage, you're going to reset. And then it becomes a game of, let's not play the game, let's reset until we've got something of a decent start, just because that's the way the game's programmed. And it's no longer a roguelike. It's no longer got that essence of enjoyment, because 90% of the time you're not going to get good items. And now this is compounded by Revelations, which is right here. So I can already see, we've not started the game, we're just looking at the Steam achievements. Over here, 637. This patch alone, Repentance alone, adds 227 new items to the pool. Some of these will be deal with the devil, some of these will be regular. This again will clog the pool. This will mean that trash items appear more often. But it's something that Icy's got that's got me worried. the secret exit. This is anti-birth, which we will now move into. Even to unlock anti-birth, because I know that's the symbol for the anti-birth basement, complete question mark, question mark, question mark 3 times. There are 2 things in the game that are question mark. The blue womb, because it's not called the blue womb, it's just called the question mark area, which you're saying that you have to complete Hush 3 times before we can even get to anti-birth. That's not good design. I just want to play anti-birth. That's the reason that this entire expansion exists. Or defeat Blue Baby 3 times. Not as difficult as a task, but still you have to go through the entire game and win 3 times just to get the secret exit. Which again, I bought this. A lot of people will be buying this for anti-birth. As anti-birth, let's start it up now. As anti-birth is this big mod. Anti-birth is not actually made by Edmund Macmillan. Anti-birth is purely a mod which was made by the community, and it was such a big mod, such a huge mod, that it couldn't actually fit in Rebirth. You had to get a standalone launcher, a standalone modded launcher just to play anti-birth, because it was so big, it was so expansive, it was crazy, it was absolutely insane. And that was great, because the things that anti-birth added, it made anti-birth a whole lot more fun than the regular Afterbirth Plus. And now I'm confused because I've got 1000% on all of these. Is that a new file or... Piker Run. Okay, so this is now the Repentance. I was wondering why the file looked different, but yes, this is a Repentance file. It's got the extra Repentance stuff. The way it looked, and it didn't have the 1001%, I was like, oh no, I think that my file has deleted itself, and because all I can see is Isaac with no percentage, I thought that it literally deleted my file and that it was a new game, but no, it's not. So yeah, we might not even be able to see the Repentance footage. Now, let me just double check that the desktop audio... So the desktop audio is not playing because there is no music right now. I'm going to plug my headset in, just so that you don't hear the music through my speakers. And then we'll begin. So, I hope you've enjoyed that little bit. That was my little story on everything to do with Isaac. You know, the journey that I had. Because I want to convey that journey. I want you to understand my positioning going into this. I want to convey that journey to you so that when I do the review after this, you know, once I... Because no doubt I might have to beat Hush on my own. Also, it got rid of all my mods. I just realised it got rid of all my mods, like the Pokemon mod. I'm kind of sad about that. I'm going to have to re-get all of them. But yeah, I just wanted you to... I didn't want to go Isaac. I'm sorry. I wanted to see the new characters. But let me just exit the game there. But yeah, I want... yeah, achievement unlocked. Secret ending. Achievement unlocked. Piker Run. Okay, well, I guess it has unlocked from the very start. So, oh my god, look at all these characters. Unlocked by beating hard mode with Lazarus without losing a life. And unlocked by beating, I'm going to assume, this lady here. So, we are just going to play the easy mode character of Azrael for a minute, just to see if the blue womb, or, sorry, the anti-birth stuff unlocks. And I'm also going to be, my bad, I'm also going to be playing as Azrael, just in the fact that, like, you know, get ready to reset. Just get ready, because this will now demonstrate my issue with anti-birth. I mean, we're already in a room that demonstrates my issue, because I hate Stonies. Like, they block your shots, they waste your time, and like a time wasting room is an issue. But anyway, let's just have a look, because we're probably gonna have to hit our. Oh boy, it's a garbage item. That's good, that is. So let's just hit R, and this is where the problem comes in, because I've lost my patience for Isaac because of this very reason, where we want an item. Now with Azrael, obviously it's not like, oh my god, really? You're gonna reset even though you've got Brimstone, or you know, the short range Brimstone. But this is okay, see, now that damage up, that's a good item. But even then, we had to restart once just to find a half decent item. I wouldn't even say Blood of the Martyr is like the best item, but it's still an okay item. But this is now the problem, that the pool is clogged. I think that hurts me because it's got electric on it. But this is now the problem, because you know the pool is clogged a bit, and thus most of the time you're gonna have to reset. You're gonna have to do something to just make your run work. And like, it's not always gonna be this easy. If you're playing as someone like Maggie that has no damage, then you're going to have to hit that reset button. So yeah. Anyway, we're fighting a anti-birth boss. This is a boss from Anti-Birth. This is nice. We get to see some of the new content. So I'll probably get hit a few times. Don't know the pattern, but we'll see. It's more the second boss that we want to see. Like, if we get the door. Oh, we just get the door on the first floor. Okay, well that's nice. Flick, can you like not talk to me for a second? So yeah, this is Anti-Birth. This is the Anti-Birth run, where we now go down into the Anti-Birth section of the game. This is the alternate side version. I would like to say thank you, Edmund, for not making me have to beat the thing 3 times and just like instantly unlock it. That's a good move. Now we get to see like a lot of the Anti-Birth enemies in here. Yeah, but you know, this is it. It's just more Isaac, really. And knowing Edmund, and knowing the team that made Ultra Hard, and knowing that it's a black floor with black spiders, there's gonna be some bullshit. And even if there's not, even if this is just kind of like Anti-Birth itself. Give me the question mark. Never mind, it was garbage. Never mind, it was garbage. Why did I think anything else? Now you see my problem. Now you see my problem, because it was garbage. Like, we are never going to use the scissors. We're never going to use this item. Might as well just end the run right now, because that in of itself is already an item pool wasted. That in of itself is just like, why am I here? What is the point of this? Pills, again, they're garbage. Don't ever take pills. It's another problem with the game, where there can be some good pills, you know, health up, speed up, but most of the time you're going to have the issue wherein it's going to be a garbage pill, because again, that's just unfortunately the way that the game has been made now, because there is so many new pills that you unlock from the challenges. Like, is it what? Is it Onan's Streak? I think it's Onan's Streak. But in Onan's Streak, you can have 2 new pills unlock. These 2 new pills are not good. They're not. They're bad. So yeah. Oh boy, caffeine pill. Speaking of pills, caffeine pill. It's fucking terrible. Mom's knife. That will kill us. We cannot take it. We can't take it. And the other item is terrible. So, thanks, game. Thanks. That's really great. And there goes the deal with the devil. So yeah, you can kind of see the issue. You can kind of see like how it's slowly become a little bit more of a grind now. A little bit more of like a, you know, I really don't care too much about Isaac, because the item pools have just become so clogged, and it always favours bad items over good items, that I'm not really too... Oh boy, Curse of the Blind. I'm not really too invested, and you know, the Curse of the Blind does not help. So yeah, that's the thing. I believe that mirror, like, if we get bombs, which that's another thing. Get ready for not being able to get anywhere in this game, because we might not even be able to get to the next area, because the next area requires 2 bombs, and so far, across the entire course of our run, we have seen 0 bombs. Get the mouse off screen, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, across the course of the run, we have seen 0 bombs. So yeah, that's an issue. I would like this guy to create bombs. He didn't. He made a key. So get ready, and we may very well just lose. Also, like, I hate these fireflies from Anti-Birth, especially in a room with skulls, because they're going to be firing little pellets at me. The skulls are going to be jumping at me. There's a lot of stuff that you've really got to keep focus on, and just the way that the fireflies dodge. I mean, some of these are little nitpicky, but you know, let's go into our Curse of the Blind. Oh, we got a fantastic choice of 2 items. Let's go for the left one. Data miner. It's fucking terrible and does nothing. So that's another dead item room. We have not gained any advantages. The shop, we've got no money, and we haven't got a bomb to blow this guy up, and this guy's not even selling bombs to get to the next area of Anti-Birth. So we're already off to a fantastic start with scissors that do nothing, and data miner that also does literally nothing. Our run has not improved in any way aside from Blood of the Martyr. That is the only damage up in the game that we have gained so far. So, you know, great. We will fight the boss. I'd like a bomb, please. I'd like 2 bombs, actually. Oh my god. It actually give us 2 bombs. It actually give us a chance to continue it actually give us a chance to continue the run. I am very grateful for that. Thank you very much for allowing me to continue the run. I appreciate that. Let me just deal with these gentlemen, and we should be approaching our boss room. Not that we can get a deal with the devil, because if you look inside, it is 16.9%. I'm just going to try and get them to run into the blue fire. Oh, hello. Now you might say, why not blow up the blue fires? Because we don't know if we're going to need these bombs. Oh boy, it's this guy. So this guy comes out the wall. I've already seen this guy in Anti-Birth. Again, I'm going to get hit a bit because I don't exactly know the patterns. I only played a very small amount of Anti-Birth because downloading... You fucking asshole. Downloading the separate mod launcher was not the best in the world. I would like to try and not, like, die on this room, but you know, he does that, and that's the end of the run. So let's start up a new run with Azrael, and let's see what we get in our first item room. That is not a bad item, but we'll do one more run, and then that'll be the end. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts, and that's where I'm at with okay, that's the new animation, but that's where I'm at with Isaac. Like, I'm okay with it, you know. I'll play a bit of Repentance, but like, it's just become so bloated with trash that it's just not that fun anymore. It's kind of like, I feel like it should have stopped at a certain point, and I'm kind of glad that Edmund has said that this is it, this is the end, you know. Everybody really enjoyed Anti-Birth, and from the brief moment I saw of Anti-Birth, aside from the actual items themselves, like, yeah, it's Anti-Birth, it's fun, but no doubt, as I play a bit for the deal with the devil, as I play a bit for other things, I will more than likely, I'm just taking the pills, yeah, well, there you go, there's paralysis. But you know, as I find out what the other challenges are, what's going on, there's a chance, you know, there's a chance that we will then find the bullshit content like the ultra hard challenge, or no doubt trying to fight Delirium or somebody with the new character, or having to go to Hush with the new character. Like, there'll probably be some kind of issues, so yeah. But yeah, aside from that though, that's it. It's just more Isaac really, and I'm happy that it's going to end with Anti-Birth. I think a lot of people are very happy. I feel like he's shooting his bullets a bit faster. I for a second I thought we didn't have any keys. But yeah, you know, I'm very happy that we ended with Anti-Birth. I know a lot of people wanted Anti-Birth, so you know that's always nice that you. Oh boy, it was a red chest. Oh well, at least it wasn't a terrible red chest. But I'm very happy that it ended with Anti-Birth, and I know a lot of other people are going to be very pleased that it ended with Anti-Birth, and I really don't see a better way to end it. I don't see a better way to end it, but it's just, I don't know, it's just like Edmund, there was a lot of mistakes along the way, and I feel like some of those mistakes, like Hush, have not been addressed, and like right now, this is purely to do with Anti-Birth. Anti-Birth is the star of the show, which is great. But I also feel like, hey, you know, maybe like you could have also focused a little bit on fixing Hush, but he won't. You know, this is the end. There's nothing after this. So whatever state Hush is in, whatever state Delirium is in, is going to be the final state. And if Hush and Delirium still have their super armor and their bollocks, then we will have to deal with their super armor and their bollocks. But you know, that's fine. So we'll just fight the Duke of Flies here, which has got the annoying version of the Duke of Flies. I would like that Spirit Heart, please. But it's going to be a slightly annoying version of the Duke of Flies because of, yeah, just how tanky this version is and what he does with the Fireflies. Because the Fireflies are very quick to move. He's not too bad now that he's in this form. There's still like quite a few Fireflies circling him, but he should be less tanky. Hopefully the deal with the devil just won't be spiders. Or maybe it will, and maybe that'll show you just like more of the problems. So our deal with the devil is items I don't know. Literally don't know them. What is this? Sulfur, temporary brimstone. I think. No, it's temporary movement speed. That's it. That's 2 hearts, is it? Is that permanent? When I leave this room, is that going to be permanent? I'm gonna take Brimstone Baby. No, the stats go down. The stats go down. 2 hearts. That's 2 hearts, is it? That's 2 hearts. 2 entire hearts for that. Okay then. Well, you know, if you say so, game. And there you go. You see my problem. 2 hearts for temporary stats. I don't think that is I don't think that's worth it. I don't think that's a particularly good investment. But maybe I'm wrong. Oh boy, hey everybody, it's Data Miner again. It's Data Miner again, everybody. Look, it's Data Miner again, everybody. And our other card is Tractor Beam. Oh boy, it does nothing. It literally does nothing, especially with this character that's got Brimstone. So yeah, that's we'll try. We've got the bombs. We got Book of Revelations. We've got a bomb to break the mirror if we find the mirror on the next floor. We'll try and let me just type a message. Give me like 20 mins recording first impressions. But yeah, you know, maybe we've got bombs. We might be able to break the mirror on this floor. We might be able to get things moving. Just get rid of this gentleman here. We'll go into the curse room again. I am not afraid at this point. Nothing can hurt me. I'll take a damage up. That was a good curse room. It does seem like they may have fixed the curse rooms. I will obviously have to do a little bit more research on myself going to the curse rooms, but it does seem like they have fixed the curse rooms somewhat to contain more items rather than just fucking spiders all the time. 2 keys. That looked like a charge key to me. Right, let's get rid of these and let's try and find the mirror. Oh, you can just go over gaps. You can go over gaps. All right then. That's fine. There we go. And there we go. We don't want to fight the boss just yet. It could be that worm dude. Don't particularly want to fight the worm dude. Until I've got like more health, we're going to get a Book of Revelations in this area. So, would much prefer to do that. And if we could break the mirror, that would also be good. We've got our item room. Hey guys, it's Doctor's remote. It's fucking garbage. It's a garbage item. What's this? Oh, dead tooth. It's garbage! It's all garbage! Alright, let's break the mirror. I think that's what I was supposed to do. Maybe not. Is there anything else on this floor? We got skull babies. More fireflies as per the norm. Yeah, just go that way, thank you. The tower, not a good card. We got a shop. Or is that a library? I don't know. Oh no, it's a shop. I see it. Honestly, sharp key. If you give me 5 cents, I'll pick it up. I don't know what it is. You give me the 5 cents. What is it? It's a spacebar item. I don't know what that does. I've just picked it up for the sake of completion. I would much prefer to stick with the Book of Revelations because it is helping us out immensely. Don't know what this mirror does. Did I have to blow up the other side as well? Is there a mirror on the other side? Not sure. Not sure. I think I've screwed that up. But we have bombs, so let's beat our next boss and let's go to the next area. It is Little Bud. At least it is not. At least it is not the worm dude that just like teleport spams you out the ground. Much prefer this boss. Much easier. There he goes. He's gonna die on the very next hit. There we go. A Jesus Juice, thank you very much. That's a damage upgrade. You actually give me something worthwhile. And we used our bombs to get to the next area of anti-birth. That is the mines. I think we need Spirit Hearts for the next area, if I remember the mod correctly. We got a rock boy. He shoots bomb flies. Literal bomb flies that will eventually turn into bombs and explode. We can pick up those red bombs. They may be used for a gimmick boss fight. Oh boy. Curse of Darkness. Always my favourite. Gotta love Curse of Darkness. Let's turn the Gamma Curse up. You're gonna pop up. At least we're in the item room. Where is he? There we go. Alright, we've got a new item. Play-Doh cookie. Taste the rainbow. Clearly an item inspired after the... Well, there's the bad curse room. Yeah, clearly an item inspired after flick. That was terrible damage. We do get effects from the Play-Doh cookie. That's nice. I've not seen the Play-Doh cookie, so that's a nice little surprise for me right there. I think I've found my favourite item thus far. What do you think? Do you think I can go across the lava when I'm flying? I don't know if I want to try that. But we will continue. There's a shop. Don't like you. We've got a red fire that's going to shoot us. Let's just get rid of that. If we can get money out of this gentleman, I will attempt to get whatever that is. We are approaching probably the end of the floor. Don't like that. Soy milk spider. I'll pop a golden chest. Oh, it was just a tarot card. It was worthless. I hate, you know what? I think I'm starting to hate the underground enemies in this area. Strength. Keep strength. We could potentially scum a deal with the devil. I'm not afraid. Amnesia. Oh boy. Sorry, did I say I'm not afraid? I'm terrified because again, this is why you don't take pills. This is why you ignore pills, because they can just give you trash effects like amnesia, and then you'll hate life because now you won't know where the fuck you're going. Well, I have confirmed that I can go across the lava. I wanted to confirm it for myself. The shop was here, I believe. Yeah. Alright, let's see what our new item is. Voodoo Head. Extra cursed rooms. I honestly don't know how I feel about that. That's a interesting item, to say the least. I might end up missing the special room because I just literally do not know. You go fast. I just literally do not know which rooms we have and have not explored. And this is why you should not take pills. Because while they can enhance your run, most of the time they will just end up screwing you in the ass. That was the start. I think we've got to go around and down for the boss. And I do think our saving grace is that luckily the special anti-birth. Okay, don't like you. The special anti-birth secret is not till the next floor. It's this dude. I fucking hate this dude because he just ends up spamming bombs everywhere. He starts to get faster and faster eventually, and just like throws a million. Yep. Just throws a million bombs everywhere. Can you please, sir, just like not throw a million bombs? Those are brimstone bombs. Yep. I knew those bombs. Thank you very much. Just hit him. Brimstone bombs have appeared in the basement, and he dies with a set of bombs. Give me a B-Rev. Give me a stem cells. Let's see what's in here. A succubus. 2 spirit hearts and a strength. Use a strength. Give me this. They fixed it. They fixed it. You can't cheese with the strength card anymore. Kind of feel cheated on that, honestly. I mean, it's a fix. It's not a fix to make the game better, because you can't like play the little cheese game anymore. But like, I guess I don't want this. How do I throw it? Okay, well, we're gonna die, aren't we? Yep, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Well, there you go. That's first impressions of Repentance. It's got anti-birth in it. It's good. There may be things that might be bad, but it seems like a lot of the bad things, like the fact that you get, aside from the garbage item rooms that we brought up, it seems like a lot of things like the deal with the devil, so far from what we've seen, every deal with the devil does indeed contain items. It's no longer red chests and spiders, thank God, because that was honestly just a fucking terrible idea during the Afterbirth Plus era, and if this trend continues and it is just items and it's no longer red chests and spiders, then I will very much appreciate that. We will be back, we will be heading back onto a positive track. Anti-birth in the game, obviously a fantastic addition. And what else? The cursed rooms, they seem to contain a lot more items. We found pentagram among other deal with the devil items in the cursed rooms, so you are being rewarded for sacrificing your health again, so that seems like a positive. The only thing that seems to remain unchanged as of this point is the item rooms just generating garbage like data miner and doctor's remote and other terrible spacebar items, which might, on more weak characters like Maggie and Eve, just force you to reset a bunch of times. But you know, we'll see. We'll do a little bit more experiment. So far, it's definitely looking better than Afterbirth Plus, especially mainly because of Anti-Birth. But it's definitely looking a lot more positive than Afterbirth Plus. So I think we are on a win with Repentance. So we'll continue to experiment. We'll continue to play with different characters off screen, and we'll see where the road takes us. But for now, I'm going to let you all go, and I'm going to go a little bit more in depth on this, and I'm going to see just how much has changed ready for the review. But thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed my story, and you know, from anybody coming from the review, you can now go watch the review, because at the beginning of the review I'm going to say just watch this one first, because it kind of gives you my journey from the Flash version to present day and the ups and downs that we go through. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, you can now go watch that review when it's up, of course. And if you like the video, do feel free to leave a like. If you wish to support me, I've got a link to my Patreon, so thank you very much to the current Patreons of Deddy and Dark Bluefire. Your names are on screen. I really do appreciate it. And if you don't want to miss out on the review, the subscribe button is there, and there are also other links to the Discord if you'd like to come in and talk to me during the editing of any video, as well as a link to my Twitch so you can see when I'm streaming. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see all of you in a bit.